So it is February 4th. It is a Monday. It is the end of the first day of my second week of my senior year in school, which would mean more if I wasn't on the 3 to 4 year senior plan, but who's counting? So anyway, I never thought about doing like a video log or anything because I always thought they were completely self-indulgent, which they are, but it became important to me. It's very late at night, by the way, which is why the lights are down. Everyone's asleep. I was sitting in traffic on my way home on Roseville Road, which is a miserable drive, and I'm trying not to do that very much more this semester. I was sitting in traffic, kind of reflecting on my first couple days of school and, my first week in what I like to call big girl math. And I thought about how important it is or should be for me to document my senior year and what it's been like, or my senior year from now until the end of school. How difficult it is, what's easy, what's great, what the classes I love, the classes I hated, the professors I loved, the professors I hated, things I was good at, things that I'm not so good at. I wanted to kind of keep a video diary of it to remind myself when I graduate how it was, how the process was, because you don't remember everything. It seems like childbirth. You forget the pain sometimes, and in the glory of having the child or whatever. And sometimes you forget the good things when things are really, really hard. So at the end of this, when I graduate, because my God, I will have been in school for forever, it feels like, by the time I graduate. Because it took a long time to figure out what I wanted to do when I grew up. I want to see at least the back half of my journey. The back half of the journey where I knew where I was going, I knew what I wanted to do, and this semester reflects that. This semester reflects the start of the true rest of my college career. I made the decision last semester to become a part of a math blended program, to end up with my credential, and now I'm crazy enough to bat back and forth if I want to get a master's in education theory, or if I want to actually get a master's in math and continue on and potentially teach at like the community college level. I'm not sure. I know I have a way I'm leaning right now. I'm kind of leaning towards the master's in math, but really it just all depends. Anyway, I wanted to do this to remind myself and never forget that you struggled. Some things you got quickly, but some things you really struggled with. I think it's important for me to remember struggling in my classes, that I had to work for, especially the math, I had to work for my grades. It seemed like I would get into a math class and I'd have to relearn algebra all over again. I've been joking lately saying, by the time I'm done with calculus, I'm going to be really, really good at algebra, which my calculus professor, Michael Schick, said that, all of us are. So I'm hoping that next semester I don't have to relearn algebra. But I just thought it would be really important for me to document this journey, to remind myself at the end of the journey that the things that were a struggle, the things that were important, the things that didn't seem important that ended up being important. But mostly to always remind myself of where I came from and to not forget what being a student was like. I think sometimes teachers forget what it's like to be a student, forget what it's like to struggle, forget what it's like when you don't understand the material, forget what it's like when the concepts are so abstract that you can't begin to wrap your brain around it. And I don't want to be the type of teacher that just assumes a wealth of knowledge, assumes a base of knowledge. I want to be the kind of teacher who can give the benefit of the doubt, challenge, but also support my students. And I think in this way, by documenting my struggles and my successes as a student, I can use my experiences and draw on my past experiences to help future students. And that's really my goal here, is to, not just, document my life in the 3 to 4 years that it's going to take, but just serve as a reminder to remember who I am right now. I really like who I am right now. I never want to forget who I am and where I came from and the struggles I had. And that's pretty much it. See you next week.